That Comic Podcast.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to That Comic Podcast. I'm your host, Moshko, and with me today are three of the most wonderful co-hosts a host could ever have. First up, we have Buzz.
Welcome back, fans. We here to chop it up.
Next up is Baby Huey.
What's going on?
And the man, the myth, the hello himself, Menti.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Stolen.
Hey,
this is so much fun.
We flipped it and reversed it.
Wow. Put it down. Yeah.
Anyway, what's up, everybody? Yes, we are here. We've got a wonderful news-filled show for you. It's been a minute or two since we've tackled some of this stuff. First up, we're going to be covering the Avengers Doomsday stuff that came out late last week. We haven't really talked about it since, so we'll go over that with the Doom images and things of that nature. But the other big one that I think is going to have some huge ramifications across all of media is the announcement that there might be a possible acquisition of Warner Brothers by another company. So
stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that one. But we do want to cover really the Marvel news. Late last week, it was like early last week. Either way, there was this marketing expo done in Shanghai, China, where some images were released of Dr.
First look at Dr. Doom.
Doom.
Come on, man. Say it with your chest.
Some vigor.
It's Doom, everybody.
This is not some throwaway villain here. This is not some Kang. This is not a Kang variant, my friend.
It's the next big bad.
Very true. For me, when I first saw it, basically you have classic-looking Dr. Doom with his arms crossed. I mean, to me, it looked like just not necessarily a photo of what to expect, but a drawing. I mean, that's an not animation, but
Concept
more
art.
or less a concept art.
It's the concept art they're going with, though.
Right.
I mean, that's for damn sure. Like, there's no way that's not the look of Dr. Doom moving forward.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Immediately I went to RDJ is a small man. This looks like a very large, menacing, imposing figure.
RDJ also walked around on platforms throughout the set of most of the movies that he was in that made him eye to eye with the other actors. So it's not like we haven't seen ways to make smaller actors much larger, a la Arnold Schwarzenegger. Big dude, pretty short. But shoot, angled up, we'd be fine. I have a feeling they're going to be fine.
A lot of angles up.
They're going to be fine.
You know, it's funny. We've seen so many fake AI Doom things. I almost didn't believe it when I saw it. So
to be honest, I'm still skeptical.
Yeah.
I'm still a little skeptical.
Right. I'm still like, is that really what it's going to be? We'll see.
Everybody's saying it's like, that's the one, but it's like, you know what? I don't know whose building that is.
Yeah, the first initial shot looked believable, but like the fine-tuned, polished shot that we're seeing, with the dark background, I think we'll pull that up in a second. That doesn't necessarily look real.
It looks like maybe somebody took their version of it, or it could just be leaked concept art, because, I mean, this isn't the first time that we have apparently seen leaked concept art. You know what I mean? So he is in the same exact pose. It is the same exact armor. It is the same exact costume. Now, this could be an artist rendition. We don't really know. But as far as accuracy to what was on the side of that building, seems pretty spot on to me.
Yeah, I mean, as an artist, and I'm looking at it, I felt like it's the same drawing, it's the same suit, just a different lighting on it, a little less high resolution.
And I like it. I think all of the elements that you want to see of Doom are represented. I mean, it does. I feel like I can confidently say I've seen cosplays that look a little better, but I don't mean that in a negative way, because those cosplays usually are trying to depict comic version, and this is not necessarily comic version. This is MCU-ified Doctor Doom. This is Robert Downey Jr.-fied Doctor Doom. This is potentially a variant of Tony Stark or vice versa Doctor Doom. This isn't the normal Victor Von that we're so used to from the pages. This is something different. And I like the way that the suit has still like the chainmail look, but like the gauntlets look like there's some tech behind it.
Yeah.
Even the way that the armor looks like the chest plate armor opposed to the cloth, I think is an interesting approach.
I mean, because Doom's always been the melding of magic and technology.
Yes.
So to me, this is absolutely perfect.
Bro, in the last Captain America book that's going on right now, spoiler alert, Cap fights Doom. And like the first two moves he makes is this awesome magical energy blast you'd expect to see, like the green blast that comes out of him. But then all of a sudden, those little I guess where the tunic kind of covers things, those little shields move over and rockets start coming out of his shoulders. And I'm like, this is the Doom I know and love. There he is. There's the magic meets technology. Because you don't really see the technology part as much. They just kind of say it's technology. But when he's got rockets shooting out of him, I'm like, well, that's pretty clear indication.
I was just going to say, he has a Kirby look. He's got his cloak, armor, and attitude. It's all there. And I'm sure that when we see him on the screen, it'll be the same like tyrant, that we know.
And to be honest with you, that's the thing that's going to make all the difference is our first actual time seeing RDJ as Dr. Doom, not just the costume. Like with Spider-Man, as soon as you see the costume, you kind of already know what it's going to be like. None of us have an idea of how RDJ is going to tackle this. Like we've heard other actors say he's going to be great that, really need the movie to do well. So you can only take it with a grain of salt, but his portrayal is going to be what sells Doom, nothing more.
True.
Two things also from this. So I'm not exactly sure who this came from, but it is saying that this is the official first synopsis, and this kind of breaks down what you guys were just talking about. And that synopsis is Avengers Doomsday. For Avengers Doomsday is Dr. Doom has officially arrived in the MCU. This villain, a master of cutting-edge science and powerful magic, will unleash a cascading crisis across the entire multiverse. Now, if you remember back to the Light Show, that was one of the videos that we put up. You could also see it looked very, very similar to Doctor Strange manifesting his magic, or Wong doing the portals. Very much the same, only in green. Very excited about that. And to hear the shoulder mounted rockets, that would be kind of cool too.
Man, read Captain America. That's all I gotta say. Captain America. We got other books to talk about, I know, but whew, Captain America.
Yeah.
Very cool. I'm stoked for Doom. I mean, honestly, it's the thing that's keeping me invested in the MCU more than anything else right now. Like, I know Spider-Man's going to be a shoo-in and it's going to be a win, but it's kind of like, I know it's in the fold, obviously, but it feels like its own thing, where the Avengers haven't really had something special since Endgame. Like, they've had attempts. They've had things that set stories up, but they haven't had some kind of a tentpole gigantic movie since a Spider-Man flick. You know what I mean? Like Thunderbolts was the closest, and it was great. Don't get me wrong, but we haven't had this kind of fanfare heavy project. Like the pat on its back kind of project.
They've been waiting for their second wind. You know what I mean? After that 10-year bid, and then doing so well, and then the TV show's sort of like slumping. Like they've been fighting to come back big way. So this is it. The marketing around it alone is telling you how much they're going to push it. This is no Darth Maul. So this is going to be, Doom everywhere.
But it's funny. Hey, go ahead, Mashko.
No, I was just going to say, like, I think they're really timing a lot of this guerrilla marketing, things that people are finding and then posting. All the Spider-Man stuff is kind of tailed off now. They are probably well within those studios, behind closed doors where no one's seeing anything now. So in order to keep that, pop that we want from everything that's going on, they release some of this next generation Marvel stuff. So who knows?
Well, look,
I'm done.
We know that Robert Downey Jr. is a great actor, and we've seen that he's able to play very different versions of characters, regardless on whether or not he feels like Tony Stark is too embedded in him to even audition correctly. Since we've seen Oppenheimer, remember that was the big story with Oppenheimer, is that he had a hard time in the first couple of weeks because he couldn't drop the Tony Stark. But we've seen him grow in that role specifically. I mean, how great was he in Oppenheimer? So it's not a stretch for him to be an outstanding Doctor Doom. It's still not that exciting as far as RDJ until I actually see it.
Yeah, well, they're not telling you anything about what it's going to be or what it's going to be based on, so it's so up in the air. Even though I'm sure they've got some kind of plan, everybody's waiting to find out how has he become Doctor Doom,
and how well can he pull it off. Like I'm positive the Russos have an interesting idea. They have a good in. Whether or not it's Tony Stark was always a Victor Von Doom, and the He Who Remains is manipulated the timeline to allow that Doom to become Tony Stark, or if this just is a different variation of the character who has the same face. I don't really care. I think they're going to nail that.
Yeah.
I don't know about Downey's performance yet, and that's what I mean. I know if he's a great actor, but I still can't picture this. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have no... a lot of times when somebody's like, Tom Holland's going to play Spider-Man, you kind of have an idea of what that's going to look like. I have no idea what Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom is going to look like. Do you? Can you truly picture what that's going to be?
No,
Will
because
he
every
have
time
an
you think,
accent?
right? 'Cause every time you think about it, I'm seeing Iron Man
Exactly.
playing Doctor Doom. So no, yeah, you're right. I don't know. Oh man, I have to probably go back and watch some of Downey's older movies to see,
Tropic
Maybe-
Thunder won't help you in that.
No,
Just so
will
you
not.
know.
That will not. But again, proves that
Or even
he
Sherlock.
can bounce around characters with no problem. So he is talented enough to do it.
Yes.
There's no question. I just can't really see it yet because he is. I mean, he has become so part and parcel to Tony Stark. The idea of him as another MCU character is just hard to visualize. And I think that's going to play a role in how excited people are. I think that first trailer of him playing Doom is going to be the thing that just gets people. That's going to skyrocket the enthusiasm.
Yep.
Yeah, if he
Which
starts-
may. Sorry, Buzz.
Oh no, it's cool. If he starts like with mask, obviously mask on, it's going to be voice and mannerisms that you're going to have to pick the characteristics up of. So not so much like you won't be fooled by his face so much if he's going to be behind the mask. So I think it'll give it a bigger opportunity to give him a little more attitude, like behind that mask, to like be more dramatic, to be more Doom-like.
Although, did you hear that was part of why the reshoots had to happen? Is that they had a guy be the body of Doom and he was just doing voiceovers, but he apparently hated it.
Yeah, no.
They all had to reshoot the scenes with Downey then in the suit.
Yeah, he should be in the suit. He should be able to. I mean, Doom is a very theatrical character.
So much so.
So, and Robert Downey Jr. is a phenomenal actor. We all love him. So to give him the space to be the theatrical character, I think it's going to have to really drum up that high theater, behavior, the over dramatics and posturing and position that Doom is.
I mean, that's up Downey Jr.'s. That's his wheelhouse. If there's
Showman.
ever a wheelhouse.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Tony
he's a
Stark
showman
was
and a
over
half.
the top.
Right. I mean, it's not a huge leap to go from Tony Stark to Tony Stark to Doctor Doom. It really is.
No.
You might think it is, but they're both, as Buzz is saying, so theatrical and over the top. One's just a steroided version of the other.
Right.
One's just
with
more
the-
pompous.
With the trailers, we may be getting that before the end of the year. There are rumors out that we will be getting a trailer within the next month and a half or so. So
They probably have enough footage by now to put something out.
Still bet you that it's just going to be a teaser and you won't see any kind of Downey you won't hear his voice even. It'll just be like showing the mask for the first time or something.
And
Yeah,
it'll
I
show
hope
up
we get
on
something.
YouTube. It's going to take 5 hours to premiere.
Oh, yeah.
And
We still
it'll
got a
be more
round of
people
chairs
seeing-
coming.
Exactly.
we do, which that
Bring in
was
more chairs.
rumored to drop. Drop what, weeks ago? We haven't got anything.
Well, you know what? Maybe they're holding off on that because of all the backlash. I mean, I should say all the backlash because that's overhyping it way too much. But the people who made an interesting point about seeing Thunderbolts after seeing the chairs kind of ruin everything.
True.
You're everyone's fine in Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts because of the chair reveal.
True.
But when
But
the
for
multiverse is with the
But, like-
multiverse in play, they
Yeah,
could
I-
still be.
What's
I
coming out
know,
though
I
between
know.
that, like what's coming out now that could ruin that if they drop more chairs?
It's true.
Musical chairs.
Nothing.
It's true. Like they
Keep
well,
yanking
'cause
them away.
especially with Spider-Man coming out, they want to have some build to that. If they say Tom Holland's going to be in Doomsday, then you know that Spidey's cool. Hulk and Punisher aren't doing much to him, at least. And so the more people that you announce at this point, the more likely it is you are going to ruin any kind of surprise. Like, for example, if Daredevil shows up in No Way Home, don't show me with a chair. If he shows up in Doomsday, don't show me with a chair. You've used enough chairs. We're done with the chairs. For real. I could just imagine how excited you would be if John Bernthal shows up.
How about a stool?
Oh yeah.
No, get
Like
first
like
off,
we said,
don't you dare do that to John Bernthal. First off. But
Spider-Man
second of all,
showing up in the Civil War trailer ruined it, because that would have been great to go into the movie not knowing he's showing up, and bam, there's Spider-Man.
well, they've been doing that since the first Terminator.
Right, but maybe
That's how
actually
we
get
look
something.
at it. Other people are like, "Oh my God, Spider-Man's in this. I have to go see it." So it's also
Good
a
point.
Yeah, no, I get it. I
Yeah,
just prefer
it's
it the other
bait.
way.
Regardless, though, the movie is still the most exciting thing that's coming around the nerd pipeline. So it's not like they don't have day one money from me, or probably even 2 weekends in a row money from me. I might as well buy tickets in advance to multiple weekends, because we know damn well, like, this movie could get the shittiest reviews ever, and I'm still gonna see it. Like, it's unfortunately, like,
And
look,
you're
I
like,
saw
"I
the
liked
last. Not the last Fantastic Four, but the last Fantastic Four opening weekend. If I'm willing to do that, God only knows what I'm willing to do for RDJ Doom.
People are going to be coming out of the woodwork just to see RDJ Doom. Whether they like the movie or not, that's not even a conversation yet.
Dude, we're not even talking about the X-Men showing up. Like, it's like that's
We're
how much
still on
the
Doom.
right. There's enough with just Channing Tatum saying he's getting into fights with Doctor Doom that's an interesting. Gambit fighting Doom already is something that's interesting. What's his name? Nightcrawler fighting Mr. Fantastic. Something interesting, but all we're going is like, but can Robert Downey Jr. be theatrical enough to be Doom?
I
So
think
do you
Alan.
think the Jonathan Majors rumors are circulating because of a plot point in the storyline?
I think it's because everybody listened to me
Yeah.
and said that guy knows what he's talking about. We brought that up before, but yeah, I guess it's catching more steam. I don't see why not.
Well, so anybody who's not aware, the rumor is that Jonathan Majors will actually appear as Kang in Doomsday, which, if that's true, it'll be an end credit scene or right at the very end where he is the version of the Beyonder, which was the original leaked plan for him in the first place, is the one that got sucked in the quantum realm or further down below the quantum realm, comes back out as the MCU's version of the Beyonder. And then that version mixed with Doctor Doom, or Doctor Doom pulling away all of the power from that version of Kang, creates God King Doom, which then creates Battleworld for Secret Wars to take place on. So it makes perfect sense.
Wrap it up.
He's just showing up for Doom to kill him.
Essentially, or just yank his powers. Or
Yeah.
I mean, they could do some stuff where, like, he's not actually dead, and like in Secret Wars they have to free the Beyonder for the Beyonder to take his power back, or some nonsense like that. Because these movies, the plot doesn't ever get too crazy. Usually they have to go find something to then team up with so and so to then beat so and so, and maybe the so and so is Kang.
You think that'll be at the end of the movie or the beginning?
What, the Kang part? What I
Yeah.
just said? I would say that's probably midway through the movie, and then all of a sudden Doom will be like, "I knew you were coming because Doom knows all."
Well, it's where all the timelines were splicing and getting messed up, so it opens up the door for this alternative villain to come through.
Doom versus Loki's going to be awesome. That's happening.
Ooh.
That's what I mean. Like it's basically that's the lead in right there.
Yep.
All the timelines are there. They bled it over into Deadpool Wolverine. They're kind of using the TVA as a way to like keep pushing their multiverse. I think it works too. I just don't see, it seems like that's what they would do.
They're 100% wrapping it up as fast as they can. They're like, "Oh yeah, we're all sick of the multiverse at this point. We're with you, but we've put too much money into this.
Yeah.
Give us 2 more years. Give us 2 more years. We'll get rid of this.
That's
I think you said the magic word there, Menti. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. All right. Wrap it up, B. Wrap it up. All right, well, what's going on with Paramount? Let's move over to that crazy-ass story.
That's exactly what it could be. Paramount is looking to spend a whole lot of money and try to purchase Warner Brothers before anybody else gets a crack at it. So earlier this week, I think it came out of the Wall Street Journal that the Ellisons, mostly David Ellison, who is running Paramount, Skydance Paramount, they're basically trying to just buy out Warner Brothers right now before it goes to the split happening that Zaslav wants to do, and then also before anybody else gets a shot at buying any of the property.
Dude,
So,
$8.4 billion bid.
no. That's what they bought. That's what Skydance bought Paramount.
Paramount.
That's to say.
That
But
was
even Paramount's worth. If Paramount's worth $8.4 billion, what is Warner Brothers worth?
So the initial bid looks to be between 65 and 80 billion dollars. Which, if you're familiar with David Ellison's father, who is Larry Ellison, who owns or is responsible for 42% of Oracle. For a brief moment last week, he was actually the world's richest person, superseding Elon for a brief moment there. When this information came out, Oracle stock went up, Skydance's stock went up, everything went up.
Warner Brothers went up. Yep.
Yeah, so they have the backing to do this. The shareholders, to my understanding, do want to go with this because it's a cash bid, and all of the property just goes to the other company.
And that's the big thing, right? They are not allowed to move because they were originally looking to off some of their media somewhere else, but with this bid, they're not allowed to.
Right. And with a cash is king, and they can pay for it. Otherwise, they're going to split it off into the two different, like the streaming versus the, I forget the details exactly, but it's like, streaming to one end and then like the news portion of it.
Oh, because they have CBS and CNN at that point.
Right. Well, yeah. Paramount has CBS, but they would.
After that, they'd have CNN, which is at that point you've got a pretty powerful news arm at that, under one umbrella.
Right, but also think of it from the movie standpoint. So you have two major production. You have Paramount, and then you have obviously Warner Brothers.
Well, it's not even that. I mean, just Skydance alone. I mean, that brings in. I mean, isn't that How to Train Your Dragon? Isn't that Shrek? Isn't that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Those aren't small. Yeah, that's Skydance, isn't it?
But think of it from this perspective, though. If you have 1,000 different writers that works for your production studio or whatever, chances are when you absorb the other company, you're probably still now you have 2,000. What are you going to do? You're going to downsize, like they've been doing that with Paramount. They cut like 2,000 jobs over the last couple weeks.
And they'll have to sell off some divisions, kind of like what Disney had to do.
Right.
To sell off like ESPN and stuff like that. So for a brief time, though, I could have Nickelodeon and Transformers with all my DC characters.
Dude, not just that. I mean, this is the IP under one umbrella from this is wild. I mean, we're talking not just the Nickelodeon and Transformers and stuff.
Star Trek.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, correct.
I mean, this is all of HBO.
Yeah.
The Wire, all of a sudden, The Last of Us. I mean, the amount of media that they're about to now have under one app is 100% a Disney Plus killer.
Well, that's when you compare those numbers. So right now, if I'm not mistaken, Paramount Plus / Skydance is sitting at like 75 million subscribers. Warner Brothers and everything under it is about 125. So you're looking at now, you're bumping up to 200 million, which is right in line with Disney.
And all that under one app.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, Disney has the same thing. Disney has some of the greatest IPs that to ever exist. But now with this merger, there's no question they have the biggest competitor nipping at their heels with an answer to pretty much everything they have. Oh, you got Star Wars? We got Star Trek. You got nipping. Marvel? We got DC.
I say they're standing over top of them.
Not just yet. It's close. It's close.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to be start to come more equal. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And if with the pop culture media like leading the pack versus like indie things doing well, this brings a new player into the game, having all these different characters that they can do things with now. I wonder if
DC absorbs Ninja Turtles.
Well, I mean, that just becomes a really good point.
Just becomes a turtle. The turtles just become a DC book.
Yeah. I don't see why. I mean, moving forward, it might not be like a fan favorite idea, but I could see it being something that they would absolutely do because when Disney acquired Marvel, they talked about not touching any of the characters, and they went right ahead and did.
Well, look at we've got Predator and Alien books.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
So I
Like-
think they're going to do it.
yeah. I think we'll get more Star Trek books. I think DC will helm a lot. Like, look, when Disney got Star Wars and Marvel, all of a
If
sudden
they-
Star Wars Marvel books came out.
Yeah.
If they pull that from IDW will close because they have Star Trek, they have Turtles.
And I
Yeah.
don't, as sad as that is, and I would hate to see that happen. I highly doubt Paramount Warner Brothers will care.
They'll just buy them.
Keep it as an imprint. You know, you put Warner Brothers in the trademark, and you just keep it as an imprint. I don't think they would rechange it all. It would just be owned by them, and then you start seeing the bleed over.
Yeah.
you
Jason
know?
Aaron's book all of a sudden starts getting printed in the same way that KO is going to be printed.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll get crossovers with the Ninja Turtles and Superman. You
Oh, I
already
would-
had it with Batman. You already had it with Batman.
There's one group
Yeah.
of characters. I don't care how many times you use them in whatever properties. You put Ninja Turtles in something, I'm in. Like
works.
it's
It works.
like you guys were all like, no more Godzilla crossovers. And I'm like, well, this is after this last one.
No, I was
This
like
last
that.
one.
I'm getting a little crossover out.
Oh, I don't blame you, but at the same time, no. The Ninja Turtles can 100% crossover with Godzilla. Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now,
boy.
for all of this to really happen, there's a lot of things in play.
Oh, and I'm
obviously.
sure Disney's gonna put as many wrenches in the gears as humanly possible.
Well, if it doesn't get to that point, so yeah, I mean there are other suitors in this: Comcast, Apple. There's a couple other, Sony potentially, Amazon. There are some, but the fact that
That they're all putting in bids.
would like to take some of this property.
Oh, I
You know,
heard.
'cause-
I heard that. I heard that James Gunn's whole DCU really lies on how well Superman, Peacemaker, and potentially the Supergirl ticket sales, depending on how far this gets pushed out, to whether or not they end up offloading DC somewhere else.
Right.
Hmm.
But that's the thing. If it never gets to the point where they split the overall company and Skydance comes in and purchases this or attempts to purchase this, there's still a whole bunch of hoops that they need to go through from a regulatory standpoint.
This
but
is years
the-
away still.
But the thing is, you have Ellison, who is, conservative Republican in the back pocket of things that are going on in DC. The potential for them to just push this through is pretty substantial, because that's really what they did with. There was no big backlash with Skydance taking over Paramount, which was also kind of a big move.
Yeah, it was.
They just let it go through, so it could potentially happen again.
I mean, it's a weird spot to be in, because you would I'm not against it, but I'd love it to go through the normal regulatory process that anything else would go through. I would prefer that. But if it were to then make it and become a thing, it's not like I'm not signing up for that service.
Yeah.
It's like there's no way that's not happening. Poof. And first off, and we were talking about them offloading things. Anything they offload that has any kind of substance behind it, Netflix will pick in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I mean, they've wanted their
And then cancel
franchise.
in 2 years.
Yeah, no, I don't think they would cancel that. I really don't. Because they so desperately want a big franchise. They just don't. Anime's
But they
been
keep
their
canceling
thing
everything. Right, but they cancel everything else.
because nothing gets the audience and worth paying for it. Like, I don't blame them, but anime is so far their bread and butter. And
You're right.
Wednesday is one of their bread and butter pieces. Stranger Things, but they don't
Which will probably
have
be canceled next week.
They don't have that connected universe. Yeah, Wednesday's not getting canceled anytime soon, dude. There's going to be a theme park right down the street from us that's going to have Wednesday and One Piece. There's no way they're getting rid of Wednesday.
Oh, we are going to that opening day and recording stuff.
No question.
What theme park is
Netflix,
There's
the
the
Netflix house in
They're,
KOP.
they're indoor theme
King of
parks,
Prussia?
essentially, at multiple locations around the world.
It's going to have a
and
movie theater.
I'll
mini
just let
golf.
Huey tell it.
that? He's
You were
psyched.
so excited.
Is he psyched?
He's
Yeah,
so
I'm
much
excited.
that I can't even finish it.
Well, look, I work in the area. I see them painting the outside of the building every day, so it's
Finish
it's
it up,
getting
buddy.
close.
What else we got?
You got a movie
me a
theater.
link
You
later.
got mini golf. Yeah, mini golf. Oh God, I forgot what the other stuff was. I'll have to look it up.
But
now.
like each one
Maybe
of the
we should say where this
locations-
is. Is this King of Prussia?
This one's King of Prussia. And I think
Okay.
there's one in New Jersey that's going to get Stranger Things
Oh wow.
or something like that. But their major franchises are getting split up between all of these different locations. So that way, if you visit, like for example, if you go to Six Flags here, Great Adventure, you get the Superman ride where you kind of lean back and it looks like you're flying. But the Superman ride in California is the one that just shoots you straight up, and the Superman's up there with a camera. He takes a quick picture of you, and then you fall back down. So it's completely different experiences depending on what park you go to, and that's kind of what they're trying to do. This, to me, it seems like their version of not downtown Disney. Disney Quest. Do you guys remember Disney Quest?
I thought you were going to say Down
I
Abbey.
love that place.
Disney Quest was awesome, and that's what this seems like. Netflix's version of Disney Quest with money golf.
Yeah, so we got mini golf. There's going to be VR stations, tons of food options in there. Of course, shops to sell merchandise.
It's gonna be like Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, there's also a theater. They said a movie theater. There's also another theater to do trivia nights and ticketed events. So it's one shop stop for all.
Is there an opening opening day date?
Yes, October 17th.
Is that a Wednesday?
Ha 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 ha.
No, that's a Saturday, I think.
I guess I heard somewhere that Fester's getting a show.
It's a Friday.
Uncle Fester's getting a show?
I think I saw that.
It wouldn't surprise me. Again, Wednesday is like a tent pole. Remember we used to say Harley Quinn was the fourth pillar of DC?
Yeah.
She brought in so much money that's what Wednesday is to Netflix now.
Yeah.
Tickets go on sale October 17th.
Oh, okay.
Fun.
Yeah, it'll be. I mean, I don't know how we got too much onto that, but again, the franchise, the franchises of Netflix aren't that. I mean, they're great. Don't get me wrong, but they're not like this interconnected universe that everybody else seems to have. They don't have theirs yet, and they desperately want it.
Are you suggesting that DC might get dropped by Warner Brothers?
I'm saying that if DC were to get dropped by Warner Brothers, I will put $1 million up that Netflix is the first big bid you see.
No, I agree with you on that. I don't think anyone's letting go of DC.
I do. I mean, that rumor's been thrown around for a while. It's because Superman didn't do as well as they would have liked, but the potential of the universe is there.
Honestly, I think Amazon will throw everything at it.
Oh, I didn't even think of Amazon.
After the Bond acquisition, I think they'll go after it hard.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Moscow, new Bond comic in the DC universe.
Bond movie like the last comic.
Oh,
that'd be fantastic.
Yes.
Ooh.
All right, we just ran super long on two
it's like the old times.
Small topics.
Hey, we get full show, baby. That's why we're a podcast still.
That's right.
Back. Still doing it.
And we nailed the tangents.
That's all we do over here. It's 10 minutes of news and 35 minutes of tangents. And don't worry, Huey's got those punchlines.
Does he have the end of the show in his back pocket?
Oh, here we go.
Hey.
Let's hear it.
You're going to try and throw me onto that?
Fine.
You can find the show everywhere under That Comic Podcast. Unless it's Twitter, it's That Comic Pod. But please head over to thatcomippodcast.com. That's where you'll find everything.
And more specifically, head over to YouTube. And if you are already on YouTube, do us a favor, like, comment, share, all that stuff, because we are trying to grow. We finally crossed 300. We're very happy about that. But, all our socials, you'll see a lot of different kind of material depending on where you go. So make sure you're following us everywhere. And, once again, I'm
everywhere.
I'm Oshko.
I'm Buzz.
I'm Huey.
We'll see you next time.
That's still my favorite.
And that's that.
That's that, huh?